Okay, now this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while because this is arguably the best experience I had while in Japan. I mean, there are loads of contenders for the best experience there, but this is definitely top 3 for sure. This is the Sapporo Snow Festival. The Sapporo Snow Festival, or Yuki Matsuri as it's known, started in the 1950s when a couple of Japanese school children decided to start building snow sculptures in Odori Park, and from then it just exploded into the massive phenomenon of a winter festival that it is today. I mean, it is massive. It is really one of the most incredible man-made things I have ever seen. And it also incorporates something that you find a lot in Japan, which is fleeting beauty. You see it in spring with the cherry blossoms because they only last a couple days, so you appreciate the beauty and then it's gone forever. And that is kind of the same thing here. These snow sculptures are so incredible, but they're only going to be there for, I think, just over a week. So you have to get down there and see this kind of beauty that is never ever going to be seen again. Of course, they put on the festival every year, but still, they're not going to be the same snow sculptures. So you're going to be some of a lucky few that get to see this level of brilliance, and it's never going to be seen again. So I think there's something very special and very Japanese about that. So there are 3 sites in this festival, and I'm going to quickly go through what each of them are. There's this Tsudomi site. I can never get that syllable right. Tsudomi. T-S-U in the Roman alphabet. And that one is very good if you have children. It's mostly just giant snow sport fun. You have giant snow slopes and you can go snow rafting, sledding. It's really just a fun, relaxed experience. And there's not much more there, but if you like that kind of thing, I'm sure you could spend a lot of time just being a kid during the Christmas holidays again, if you're lucky enough to live in a snowy country. But we just get ice and slush and rain over here, unless you live in the mountains. The second site is the Susukino site. This one has ice sculptures. Now, the third one is a giant, kind of more squarish space, very, very wide. This one is, well, not exactly a narrow street, but much narrower and long. So the road is closed off, so no cars can get in, and it's lined with lots and lots of ice sculptures. So that is the first thing we saw when we got to Hokkaido, because luckily for us, our hotel was overlooking the Susukino site, so I could wake up in the morning and look out the window and see all these beautiful ice sculptures. It was amazing. So the first thing we decided to do was just go for a walk, just spend the first day walking up and down, looking at the ice sculptures, taking pictures, and then we went in for ramen because Hokkaido has a special miso ramen that is absolutely delicious. It's not my favourite ramen, maybe I'll do a video on my favourite ramens one day, but this one was certainly delicious. I had a spicy version of it because living in Japan, Japanese food is wonderful, but it is so mild. So after a while, my taste buds were just saying, oh God, give me something with some punch already. And this ramen certainly packed a little bit of a punch. So I recommend going for ramen on Susukino Street because it is the entertainment district. So lots and lots of restaurants and bars and izakayas just line the streets. It's so, so easy to find a place to eat. The third site is Odori Park, and this is the big one. This is huge because I think you could spend your entire holiday there and just about see everything because these snow sculptures are giant. Like if you imagine a temple, like a real temple to scale, they pretty much make that out of snow. It's not like a miniature version of it, no. They make to-scale models of temples and all sorts of other buildings. It really is a sight to behold. Oh, I can't do it justice. Really, it's something that just has to be seen to be believed. And of course you have smaller snow sculptures there. There's snow sculpture competitions and everything like that. We did see one that I think was meant to be Medusa, but had melted a little bit, so she looked kind of sad. I'm thinking, that's Medusa after, was it Perseus or Jason that cut off her head? I can't remember which one. Well, after her head was cut off, that was what Medusa looked like. She looked very, very sad. You will see loads of fun snow sculptures. I saw minions, I saw Goku, I saw just so many. Like I said, you could spend so many days just wandering around this site and just about see everything. So just take it at your own pace. Don't feel like you need to take it all in at once, because really there is so much there to enjoy. You don't really need to feel as though, say, oh, I've seen that, I've seen that, I've seen that. No, just appreciate it, because like I said, it's only going to be there for about a week and then it's going to be taken down and it's never going to exist again. So let it sink in. Allow yourself to appreciate what you're seeing, because it really is magical. The main snow sculpture that we saw when we were there was the Final Fantasy sculpture, and oh my god, this thing was amazing. It was like a character from the Final Fantasy games fighting a huge dragon monster, and when it got dark, the light shows began. And the light shows on these snow sculptures were just, oh my god, it was incredible. And in particular this Final Fantasy one, they put blue and white lights flashing as if lightning was coming down or magic was coming out of this guy's weapon, and then they put red light, a small red light in the dragon's mouth, and then expanded the red light so it looked like the monster was breathing fire. I mean, really, it was outstanding. Again, I can't do justice to what it was. It was really one of the most incredible experiences of my life. So that's another thing to enjoy while you're there, is the light shows. You can spend an entire evening in Odori Park just going from sculpture to sculpture, looking at the shows that they're going to put on there. It's really is outstanding. They have loads of food stalls in Odori Park, of course, because it's a festival, but we found a stall that just sold hot milk. And the reason for that is that Hokkaido is really the only place in Japan that makes local dairy products. If you think about it, like, Japan is not a country that has a lot of cows. I think a lot of their beef is imported. Even though it is quite popular to eat, it's not really locally sourced. But in Hokkaido, they do have cows. So they have a lot of local dairy products and they're quite famous for it. So I decided to pick up some cheese while I was there, because I was missing decent cheese. That's one of the things that you can't get in Japan, is decent cheese. But Hokkaido does have some nice ones. So if you're living in Japan, you visit Hokkaido, pick up some decent cheeses. You will want them. And try the milk. The milk is surprisingly delicious. It's creamy. A little bit creamier than the regular milk that I just pick up at the supermarket here, so definitely give that a go. Now that's just a quick run through of the sites and the potential things you can do there, but in the article that I've written for this, I've put down a more detailed itinerary that you can follow. Now there are no times there. I'm not going to say, oh, wake up at 9 o'clock and have breakfast at this time and then go to the park by that time and that's... No, I always think that you should have a plan, but there should always be room for flexibility, because you may be enjoying yourself so much in one portion and decide, oh, maybe I don't need to go see that, I can spend more time here. So I don't put times in my itineraries because I think there should be a high degree of flexibility. So this is just sample ideas, some things you can do, where to get the subway as well, because if you're in the centre of Sapporo, if you're in the centre of any city, the transportation system is very easy to work out. So that is what's going to be in the itinerary. If you want more details, the link is in the description box below if you're on YouTube. If you're on the website, it is to the left of this video. Now before I sign off, I'm just going to give you another couple of ideas of things to do if you are going to Sapporo for your vacation. One of the things is the Sapporo Clock Tower, which is a really interesting little museum place, and it tells a lot about the little known history of Europeans in Japan and how they brought over a certain amount of science. That was really very interesting, and I was super proud of myself because me and my other two friends there, between us, we managed to have a decent conversation with the Japanese tour guide, so I think we were all pretty proud of ourselves for managing that. I don't think I could do it now though, my skills are kind of... And another thing that was not as good as the festival but still on its own incredible was the visit we had to the Shiroi Koibito cookie factory, and this is an actual working cookie factory but also a amusement park as well. You can go on tours around it and there are loads of things to look at and little attractions, and they tell you how the cookies are made, and if you want you can go into a cookie decorating class where you can make your own special cookie. This one's mine. Wonderful, I know. Such an artist I am. And of course there's also a little cafe. You can sit down, you can eat your cookie if you wish, and you can have a nice hot chocolate. They make amazing hot chocolate there. So yeah, that's a real must visit if you are in Sapporo. Really, it's a little gem. It also has illumination out back that looks like Christmas. It really does. It looks like it's Christmas, but it's there all the time. And since, if any of you have watched my Japanese Christmas video, you'll know that Christmas is kind of like a couple's holiday over there. So that place must be flooded with couples during Christmas time. And the last thing that I would recommend anyone visit, no matter where they're visiting in Japan, is a hot spring, because really it's invigorating. It feels like you're doing something very healthy. You go in, you relax, you try the different waters, the different minerals and everything, you come out feeling so refreshed. So those are my recommendations for a visit to Sapporo, and I really hope that one day, one year, you manage to visit this amazing place during this incredible festival, because it is what I think should be on everyone's bucket list. So once again, if you want more information, I've written a full article about this. If you're on YouTube, it's in the comment box below. If you're on the website, it's to the left of this video. If there's anything I haven't covered, anything you want clarified, please don't hesitate to comment. And thank you for listening to another Tale of the Rising Sun, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!